Hello, and welcome to a grab and go put on by me, Christine, the teen librarian at the Jones Creek branch of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. Today we will be making woven paper art. The materials you will need are a weaving template, either one I've made for you or one you've filled out yourself, or freestyled. Paper with lines drawn on them that are slightly less than a ½ inch tall. A paper frame for your finished work, scissors, and glue or tape. Let's begin. I'm going to hold all of my sheets of paper together with a binder clip on one end. You can just use your hand or a paper clip if you have that. Alright, let's get these nice and aligned and start cutting out strips that we'll use for weaving. That should do to get us started. Next, take your weaving template, fold it in half with the printed side to the outside, and align the corners before squishing it down. We're going to cut slits in this from the center fold out to the join right here. We're not going to cut all the way through, but we are going to make it all the way to this final line, or try as hard as we can to. Alright, now that all of our fringe has been cut, we can open this back up. I wandered off a bit from right over here. See if you can do better. So, what these markings tell us is where we'll go over and where we'll go under using our strips. With our warp board here and our weft strips here, we're going to weave over, under, over, under, over, under, but just going plain over, under would give us a checkerboard pattern, which is acceptable, especially if you have multiple colors, but we are going to use the template to tell us where to go over and where to go under, and that's going to give us a more complicated pattern, and I think you can see that it's going to be a bit zigzaggy. Let's give it a go. I'll start with yellow. Keep the print on the printed side, so when I'm done and flip it to the back, I won't see the print on here or the print on here. Alright. So let's see. I'll take the circles to mean under, so I'll go over, under, over, 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 under, over, under, over, 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 under, over, under, over. And we'll slide that all the way up to the top. And if there's a spot where I haven't cut the slit right up to the line, that's when that's going to catch me. But I think I did pretty well on that. Alright, let's grab our next color. You don't have to use all 5 colors. You can just use 1 or 2. I have two strips here, and from the back it looks like this. Well, the front. And from our working side it looks like this. Let's just keep going until we're done. Or I have something to say. Alright, we're at the halfway point. Here's our messy side, and here's our clean side. Very nice. I'll just keep going. Fantastic! We are all done on this side, and our piece on this side looks like this. What I want to do now is on the back side trim and or glue down all of my ends. So I don't want any little flaps showing through to the front good side. So I'll give them a little trim and a little line of glue stick. Actually, no, I've got a better idea. We'll bring all of the ends to the front of the work and glue stick them down with the frame, because we have a frame, right? You can do my previous method or this method, whatever you like. I have already trimmed down half of my ends, so they are shorter than the full 8.5 inches. I've got my frame here. When it goes on, it'll make things look like this. Which makes everything look a lot more like art. So, I get out my glue stick and apply a healthy coat along the whole thing, especially on the long edges where I'll be holding down my weft as well as holding down my frame. And then delicately, oh so delicately, I shall apply. Trying to get my corners matched up. Get back in there. This took me about 20 minutes to weave, and I had a super lovely time doing it. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed your time with me today, please remember to respond positively on social media and return to the library for more grab and go activities.